Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Sara Bareilles' brand new album, which is called Amidst the Chaos. So I'm a huge fan of Sara Bareilles. Before I get into my review today, so this is my first review I've done since probably 2015, maybe earlier, and I did a video earlier this year saying I want to start doing more regular YouTube content, and I wanted to make sure the time was right because I didn't want to just release a random video. I wanted to start producing regular content, and as I said previously, I really missed it. So from this day forward, Thursday is going to be my music review day, Friday is going to be my book a week day. So I think about 2 years ago I did a book a week for the summer. So I'm going to be doing that again this summer, reading a book a week, telling you what I think. Thursday is going to be my new music day, so Sara Bareilles' new album is today's review, but every Thursday there'll be new content on that. I'm also going to have random stuff here and there as well, random thoughts and vlogs that I want to do, and I'm also going to be doing a day a week of a cover, so I'm not sure which day I want to do for that one yet, but I want to do a day a week of a cover. And I'm thinking of also doing 14 days, 14 covers on my channel. If you don't know, I do music. I've got Spotify, Apple Music. I recently released a new song called Somehow, which you can check out if you just type in John Thacker. It'll come up on any of the streaming apps. Shameless plug, I know. So my dad has decided to start hoovering in the back, so my apologies if that's distracting. So today's review is the brilliant Sara Bareilles' Amidst the Chaos. And her last album, The Blessed Unrest, was a good few years ago now, so I think it was 2013 maybe, so it's such a long time. I remember I went to see her down in London, and it was barely even full at all. It was, you know, a small group of people, fans. It was really intimate, and it was one of my favourite gigs I've ever been to. I mean, I was stood pretty much near the back of the crowd, and she was 5 people in front of me max, so I don't know how that is possible, but I think obviously with Waitress, which I also went to see in New York on Broadway, which I would highly recommend. It's also come to the West End recently. I didn't see her in Waitress, but I saw the original one, Jessie Muller, I think. I might have got that wrong. Apologies if I do. She did an incredible performance, and the whole I love the music from it. She released an album as well, Sara Bareilles, What's Inside, of her performing all the songs, and then she also performed as well in Waitress. I think Jason Mraz did it as well. I think I saw a video of that. So it's kind of blew up for her. She's had an amazing few years actually, and I think, you know, she performed at the Grammys. The Blessed Unrest was nominated for a Grammy, so I think from that time I went to see her in that little place in London, where maybe in the UK she wasn't as known. I think she's gone right up there, and but despite that, Amidst the Chaos doesn't become anything more complicated, anything more commercial than what Sara Bareilles' previous music is, and if anything it feels like one of her most authentic albums, and I really have to give it for her to that. Because at first I wasn't sure what to expect when I heard she was releasing new music. I was like, is she going to do, you know, the whole maybe Taylor Swift thing, you know, change her style? Because usually when people start to get a bit more well known, they start to become a bit more commercial, but she hasn't done that at all. The album from start to finish it feels raw, it feels true to herself, the lyrics are pure, it feels almost live bandy a little bit as well. It doesn't feel like it's been mass produced or anything, which I do like. So the first song on the album is Fire, which is kind of the lead single. I think Armour was released before that, but I think Fire for me is the clear lead single, clear radio friendly track. It was released a few months ago, and when I first heard it, it did take me a few listens to get into Fire, but now I absolutely love it. I've been singing along to it in the car, everywhere I've been going. The video's great. She sung it recently on Saturday Night Live, and she did an amazing performance, as well as Saint Honesty, and oh, it was just, her voice sounded incredible. That was the main thing as well. But I think hearing them 2 songs really made me see where the album was going, and you could see her performing it, seeing her feel it, and I think that made me even want to listen to the album even more, because because it's been a while, so the hype I wasn't super ready to listen to this album, but as soon as I heard that I was like, I have to listen to this album fully. Like I said, I have been a huge fan of Sara in the past. I think her voice is just really it's easy to listen to, but it's very honest, it's very pure. Her lyrics are very honest and very pure. She's got an amazing voice, and her musicality, I think, is she's got one of the best music songwriters and performers and vocalists, I think, in the music industry. So I think she should get even more recognition for that. So yeah, Fire's a great track. You've got No Such Thing is track 2, which is a sort of like a mid-tempo ballad, but I really like that song. Armour, I'm still a bit on the fence with. I love the lyrics and I love what it stands for. It's quite catchy as well. It's not my favourite on the album. I prefer Fire, like I said, as a single. It's really simple. I like the play with it. It's quite catchy, the Armour section. And then other tracks on the album, you've got other standouts for me on the album are Miss Simone. I love Miss Simone so much. There's a live album that Sara Bareilles did a few years ago, and there's a song on it called I Just Want You, and it was just her and the guitar, and I listened to it all the time, and I was so surprised that there was never a recorded version. Maybe it's because it wouldn't be the same, but Miss Simone reminds me of that a little bit, and I think that's my favourite part of Sara Bareilles. It just feels so easy, so pure. She's in an element at them points, and I love Miss Simone. It's a great track on the album. Eyes on You, it's got a great little sort of almost a rocky beat in there, which I kind of like. It's a bit edgy, it's a bit different. It's got a funky vibe in there. Another great track. Poetry by Dead Men is my favourite track on the album. I absolutely love it. It's different, it's interesting, the production's interesting, the vocals are interesting. I love the way it goes lyrically, and that song has been, every time I listen to the album, that's the song that plays into my head, and then once I listen to the album I go back and listen to that song, because I don't know what it is about that song. It's just, I think that just stands out to me. I don't think there's a standout track. I think the album really works really well as an album without, you know, they're not commercial, you know, they're not this is a hit, this is a hit, this is a hit. This is an album which has been really thoughtfully put together. But Poetry by Dead Men is one of the songs that I would go and listen to if I was just going to listen to an individual track. Someone Who Loves Me, I don't know if it's like Jason Mraz or someone in the background, but I can hear like someone, or maybe I'm just making it up. Some guy, which sounds really nice. It's another smooth track as well. Then also you've got Saint Honestly, which is, I think it's the kind of the ballad of the album. There's no Gravity, there's no Bluebird, there's no Hold My Heart, there's no truly big power ballads on there. Instead it's just, not just, because that sounds downbeat, and I'm not sounding downbeat because it's a great album. And something I really want to do this time doing the reviews, now I'm older, I'm more experienced in my own music, is less negativity. So I'm only going to be doing positive things from the album and things that I'm listening to, because, you know, everything's interpretation and everyone's entitled to feel what they want from music. But Saint Honestly, yeah, there's a note at the end which she did on Saturday Night Live, which is insane as well. But yeah, no, the whole album's from start to finish is great. I'd highly recommend it. If you're a Sara fan, you're going to love this. If you're not a Sara fan, I'd recommend listening to previous albums building up to this one. She's one of the truest artists there is around, and music recently, not to sound negative, even though I just said I wasn't going to be negative, but I do feel a bit less excited about music in the past few years. I don't know if it's because it's changed the music industry. You know, everything's streaming now. I rarely buy albums myself, and because of that, I'm less excited when a new album comes out. Sometimes it even takes me a few weeks, whereas before I'd be there at like 11:59 waiting for midnight for the album to come out, and then I'd listen to it through the night. The next morning I'd rinse it, I'd read the booklet. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the style of music that's been released or whatever, but I'm just a bit less excited about music recently, apart from artists that I already know, similar to Sara, and artists that I've like grew up with. So it takes a lot for me to listen to an album now, and I don't know if it's bad, but it's probably, if you're the same, maybe let me know below. But so it's for me to listen to this album and be listening to it all week. I mean, there's been some great albums this past 2 years that I've listened to on repeat, but it's not as regular. I used to listen to a lot more albums. So yeah, so overall, like I said, fantastic album, great comeback by Sara. The only thing I would say was maybe it would be nice to have a song similar to Brave, which was a bit more pop, but no. I'm probably being wrong there. But just so I'd hear it out in the street more often, you know, I hear it on the radio, because I don't think there's any song that's going to be getting any UK airplay. So it'd be just nice to hear Sarah on the radio. But if there was going to be that strong, it would be fire, because it's a really strong track, and I love the whole. It's got almost a country feel to it. The whole album is just very, very honest. It plays with different genres, but keeps a consistency through the album, a consistent style. It feels, like I said, a bit live loungy, a bit raw, and yeah. So, like I said, if you've not heard Sarah before, check out her previous stuff. But if you are already a fan, you're gonna love this, just as I did. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to subscribe. Please do. I'll be doing things every Thursday. So every Thursday I'll be doing a new album review. And also tomorrow, if you're into your books, I'm going to be reading a book a week. So you can join me if you want on that challenge. So this week's book is going to be 13, but which I've already nearly finished, by Steve Kavanagh. And yeah, so thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.